So what I'm going to do is go over this one more time, and then GMS is finished concerning this, because they can't prove it, okay? So this is out the Blue Letter Bible, okay? You can see it's Deuteronomy chapter 23, King James Version, KJV, Deuteronomy 23, and I'm going to go down to verse 27. It said, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. That's the focus, okay? And it's going to list available translations and versions for Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 7. And it said, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, and that's out the KJV. And as you read for yourself and study for yourself, you're going to see all these translations, all these different Bibles says that all of them say Edomite, okay? But now let's just go down to the WLC, okay? And you go see right there, the thou shalt not abhor Adamaya, Adome or Edomite, okay? That's Edomite, that's not Syrian, okay? And that's out the WLC. Now, what is the WLC? Which is Hebrew, okay? Let's open it up. And what do we get? Okay, so we get right here the WLC, the Westminster Leningrad Codex, WLC. Now, this codex or this book is from the Leningrad. Leningrad is in Russia. This is where they took this Hebrew Masoretic text. This is where it can be found, in Leningrad, Russia. Okay, they gave it that name, Leningrad Codex, because that's where they took it, to Leningrad, Russia, to be stored there. Okay, now it says the Hebrew text is a digital version of the Leningrad Codex, developed by the Westminster Hebrew Institute. Okay, this version is based on the October 20th, 2006 WLC release. Now, if you look up this codex, I urge everybody to do their own studying and look up Leningrad Codex, okay? And you will see that the Leningrad Codex came from the Gnostics, and it came from the Ben Asher family, okay? The Ben Asher Masoretic Hebrew family, they wrote a corrupt Old Testament Masoretic Hebrew for the translation of the Old Testament Hebrew text. And they call it the Leningrad Codex, which is also known as B or L. That's the letters that go by, B or L. Okay? And the Masoretics, the Ben Asher Masoretes, or that family, used the Leningrad Codex in 11th century or 10th century AD. Okay? Now, like I said, let's go to the Septuagint, in which we will not show you. Okay? The Septuagint, the LXX is the number for 70, which means the Septuagint. Okay? And right here in the Greek, Old Testament Greek, in which they so-called translate this from the Hebrew, it says right here, that's the word for Edom, or Adomea, or Adawam. Okay, that's the word in Greek. So now you have the Masoretic Ben Asher text, the corrupt Hebrew text of the Old Testament, and then you have the corrupt Septuagint of the Old Testament. Both of these are corrupt, but they both say Edom. Okay, because they left that in there. Okay, the Most High purposely had that happen because the Most High want to let you know that they wouldn't go corrupt every single word of it. Some things are going to be left in there that's true. Okay, so now let's go to the original Masoretic Hebrew text that the King James translators used. The King James did not use the Leningrad Codex of the Ben Asher family. They used the Ben Chaim Hebrew Codex of the Ben Chaim family, Daniel Bomberg, 1525, 1526. Originally, the first print was 1516, 1517. It was called the First Rabbinic Bible. Okay? And then they did it again in 1525, 1526, called the Second Rabbinic Bible. And this is what the King James translators use. Okay? So let's go in here once again. And so it was in 1866, like I mentioned before, it was a reprint. Okay? In 1866, it was a reprint. And there was the British and Foreign Bible Society has this. This is where you can order it. The Holy Scriptures of the Old Testament, Hebrew and English. And up here it has Sapar, it has Tawarah, Hanaabium, Nayabium, Nayaab-yum, Nabaya'ayum. So that's the law, the prophets, and Kathah. Wa Kathah Ya Kathayum. Kathabium. Okay. Kathawabium. Okay, the law of the prophets and the writings. Okay, that's what that's saying. Okay, but now you go to, remember this is a reprint of 1866. This is Deuteronomy chapter 23, and we go to verse 7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. Okay, now we're going to go to the writing. Remember, this is the same Hebrew that the King James translators use. Okay. And here you see right here, okay, that's verse 8. That's the ending of verse 7, or the ending of verse 6. It goes off into verse 7. La'ah, thou shalt not abhor or hate. And there you go once again. Adamaya. The same word he used on his thing is Adawamium or Adamaya or Edomite, Adawamia. Okay, so this is Adamaya or Edomite. And this is out the 1525, a reprint of the Daniel Bomberg, edited by Ben Chaim, Hebrew Masoretic family, the same Hebrew that the King James used to translate their Old Testament. Okay, it still says Edomite. So he's lying concerning Edom. He's lying concerning that it's supposed to be Syrian. And they're going to have to pay for that, because what they're doing is fooling people. Some people love to hear them lie. Okay, and they don't do research for themselves, and they just believe it because they're the so-called elders. Well, this is what the Most High can do to a so-called elder. We're going to go to Job chapter 12 and verse 20, and this is what the Most High has done to them. Okay? This is Job chapter 12. And go Job chapter 12 and verse 20. Okay? He removeth away the speech of the trusty, and taketh away the understanding of the age. And that's what the Most High have did to GMS. All right? He's taken away their understanding, which they never really did have in the first beginning. Okay? He took away their understanding, and that's why these brothers are breaking down scriptures wrong. Okay? And then they're doing it on purpose to try to disprove that Esau is not going to be saved. It's not about Esau. It's about the Most High in Christ and the truth and what these scriptures say. Okay? They have a personal problem with Esau. Okay? We're not supposed to have personal problems. We're supposed to have this Holy Spirit. That's what we're supposed to have. Okay? So it says, and he taketh away the understanding of the age. So Tahar, Arayalam, Gabar, the Most High has took away their understanding. Now I'm going to Job chapter 17 and verse 4. Okay, and that's why they're breaking down the scriptures wrong, try to add and take away scriptures, try to add in words to take away words to justify their understanding about Esau. Okay, This is Job 17 and verse 4. It says, "For thou hast hid their heart from understanding." And that's what the Most High did to GMS. He hid their minds, their hearts, okay, their spirit from understanding his word. Okay, therefore shalt thou not exalt them. And the Most High is going to bring them down. He's not going to raise them up, okay, in righteousness. He's going to bring them down, just like he did Pharaoh. And you're seeing it day by day, little by little. The understanding is being taken away. People shooting, and the brothers shooting their women, killing their women, and shooting their little babies, okay, and killing their little sons, okay. So you're going to see more of that, of GMS, because they're false prophets and teachers. And with that, I'll say Shalom, Israel. Kwam Yasha Allah, Kwam Yahweh, Kwam Yahweh Shai, Shalom.